Hi everyone, welcome to the Just Add Spice kitchen. Today I'm going to be cooking a lamb curry for you. This recipe is mildly spicy, but you can adjust it to your spice taste or your palate. If you're new here, I cook Kerala-inspired Indian cuisine that you can share with your family and friends. It's just a version of lamb curry that I make, but by no means is this authentic. All the ingredients and specifics to this recipe can be found on justaddspice.com. So go ahead over to justaddspice.com, follow along on YouTube and on Instagram, and now I'm on TikTok. So let's get started and check out the ingredients. Come with me. So I'm gonna start by heating up some olive oil in the pot. I've coated the pot bottom. It's a heavy bottom Dutch oven pot that I've coated with olive oil. According to the size of your pot, you would want to put that much oil. So the oil quantities vary, but I'm gonna put in some mustard seeds now, and these mustard seeds actually pop. So you wanna make sure when the oil is hot and the mustard seeds start to sizzle to cover that pot with a lid so you don't get splattering, because once those mustard seeds pop, they tend to jump around and jump out. So it's starting to sizzle, so I'm gonna put the pot covered with a lid. So as you can see, the mustard seeds are sizzling, popping in this Dutch oven. I'm gonna reduce the heat to a medium-low and start adding some aromatics. The reason I'm reducing the heat is so that nothing splatters and burns in the pot. So here we have some onions, ginger, garlic, some curry leaves, green chili. All the ingredients, again, with the quantities specific to this recipe, are going to be found on justaddspice.com. I'm going to saute all these ingredients. It's quite a bit of onions, ginger, garlic, only because I have 4 pounds of lamb right over there, and the 4 pounds of lamb needs this much amount of onions and aromatic flavor to cook and permeate those flavors into the meat. And once we add the spices, we'll have added flavor. So we're building layers of flavor here. I'm gonna add 1 cinnamon stick and some fennel. The reason I'm adding some fennel seeds is because fennel and lamb really go well together. The flavors actually work, and especially in this curry, the fennel seeds, there's a little bit of a bite. You really can't tell fennel is in there because it marries well with all the other aromatics in here, and the fennel imparts a great flavor with the lamb. The cinnamon stick, what we're going to do is impart its flavor through the curry, but once the curry is done, we take the cinnamon stick out, its job is done, and we can discard it. I have some sliced frozen coconut chips here, and you can get these at the Indian grocery store. They're really good because in a traditional Kerala beef curry, we put some coconut chips that are fresh, and it toasts really well within the aromatics here, and then it actually imparts its flavor into the beef curry. So you have a little bit of a crunchy element in it, but it's not really crunchy because in all that liquid, the coconut slices actually end up softening, and then you have a nice coconut bite with the beef curry, which is unexpected flavor, but Kerala cuisine has a lot of coconut within its vegetable and meat dishes. So now we're ready to add these spice powders into this onion, garlic, ginger mixture. As you can see, there are a lot of brown bits in this pan. That's all flavor, so we're going to lower the heat to a medium-low. I don't want these spices to burn. All I want to do is cook them, have them bloom, and have that raw smell dissipate. It'll dissolve right into the curry or the dish, and we can impart that flavor into our lamb. Like I said, we're layering flavors in this dish. I have had in the recipe, I have added that the cayenne is optional in here. I have a green chili in here, and I have garam masala and some other warm spices like cumin and coriander, but the cayenne is just added heat. I think those spices have now started imparting its flavor because I'm not smelling the raw smell of each spice. I'm just smelling the combined flavors of the spice. And I'm gonna add some chopped tomatoes in here and garlic. The tomatoes actually have that acidic flavor to them, and when they start breaking down, it's going to pick up all those brown bits from the bottom, and we're going to build these flavors once again before we add the lamb, because the lamb is going to absorb all of these spices. So I'm adding a tablespoon of curry paste here. It's an optional ingredient. If you want to leave it out, leave it out. I always find it's very, very helpful in just giving a more luscious curry, a more luscious sauce, and I like that addition to it. Just added the lamb. What I'm using here is a boneless leg of lamb. This lamb is tender, juicy, and it'll absorb all of these aromatics and these spice flavors, and it makes a great tender cut of meat. So I highly recommend using boneless leg of lamb. It's also more palatable for children because they don't have to pick at the bone and make sure they're not eating bone. You could even use stewed beef in here, or chuck roast, or London broil. I just prefer lamb because this week my family decided that they wanted lamb. I've added some salt. Now I'm going to add some black pepper. This meat is going to release its own water. So what I've chosen to do is either mix in some low sodium beef broth or water. I'm going to start off adding some beef broth, low sodium, so I can adjust the salt accordingly in my recipe. So once I add it, I'll see how much water comes to the surface from cooking this down, and if I need to add more bone broth or water, I'll do so. Putting a lid on it, and I'm going to cook this for about 40 to 45 minutes. Okay, just checking on this in like 5-10 minutes later, and you can see the water level has risen. So right here we have 40 minutes of this lamb curry cooking, and the cinnamon stick has opened up a little bit. It's definitely infused the cinnamon flavor into the curry. I'm going to take it out and discard it. And then if you mix this up a little bit, you can see the curry has reduced significantly, and it is a luscious consistency even though it's not super thick. I'm not going to put any thickening agents in here because as the curry sits and cools down, the liquid will thicken up. And so we're going to let this go for maybe another 5 minutes. So it'll be about 40 to 45 minutes, like I said, and plate it up and show you how it looks. So here we have it. We have our lamb curry all ready. It's very tender, so I'm going to try a piece and let you know the spice level on this one. Perfect. I love the notes of the cinnamon, cumin, coriander. We have a little bit of paprika in there for the brightness of color, and then the tomatoey consistency of the curry along with all the spices. It just blends really well. So if you want this recipe or want to recreate it, go to justthatspice.com. Make sure you search for lamb curry on the recipe site. And I'm on Instagram and YouTube, and I hope you'll follow me there for more Carol-inspired cuisine and more. Thanks again for watching, and hope to see you next time. Bye!